Hello and welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. We're here with the financial career energies for Scorpio for the rest of April. After all of this change and upheaval for everyone, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at what's in the forefront of most people's minds right now is what now? As we move forward, how do we make money? How do we keep making money? How do we adapt to the changing circumstances? So what I can tell you, Scorpio, is that there seems to be a number of signs who are coming to almost like a fork in the road experience. So don't be surprised if those themes are also presented in your reading. Okay, Libra, or Scorpio, so sorry. This is for Scorpio. So what are the surrounding energies for you? Is the Strength card. So there could be a Leo in your situation, or this is generally about the strength of your connection with the divine and your ability to deal with that over the lower, more beastly part of you, the responsive one, is definitely being highlighted. So let's see where you're at. Definitely in a state of recovery, Scorpio. Congratulations. So what we're looking at here is moving from a more stressful set of circumstances to much more peace and calm. And it's not something that you'll be doing alone. It could be even you who is taking your family out of a troubled situation and moving into calmer waters. So in terms of work, seems to be very inspired, and that this is very much a part of your financial recovery. So let's take a look at the circumstances in the past. Okay, so we definitely had some indecision about what direction to go, and then we had tremendous clarity and either a sense of keeping your cards close to your chest or keeping a really tight rein on your expenses, which is probably a good idea, to keep a close eye on the money you do have while you're working on doubling, essentially, because this is the Four of Pentacles and this is the Eight of Pentacles. So, you know, you've taken a little bit of money and you're making it double. So, in terms of what we have happening here is it's going to take a while to be completely free of the situations in the past that perhaps had to be cut out. You know, that there was a certain truth that was arrived at that created movement away from a situation that actually wasn't benefiting you. And so now the foundation, the sort of hidden aspect is that, you know, you're coming into more of a leadership space with yourself and with the people around you. You're inspired, your intuition is on fire, and you're calm. But what may happen is you may have an air sign come into the situation and shake things up a little bit. And, you know, there may be some harsh words. And it's going to kind of throw you back into a place of having to juggle things again. But just for a moment, because this really is bringing in a good partnership, a solid partnership. It could be a Gemini even. And this is going to lead to what, I wonder? Because I was trying to be as clear as possible to make sure that these were readings about career and finance. So, and then we get this Lovers action here. So what are we talking about? Okay then. So I guess we are talking about a lover or a loving relationship that's going to be a part of your future in terms of being successful. I mean, because there's, you know, you are in a recovery, or maybe you've returned recently. And so, yeah, so now we have the Empress, who is someone who is at ease with their abundance as a result of a partnership, maybe. I think that probably says it right there. It looks like Scorpio. You might have a Taurus or a Libra coming in. There may be a few harsh words off the top. Let's take a look at what the Knight of Swords has to say. Oops. Okay, so there could be some issues around addiction, codependency, a sense of what's fair. There could be a Capricorn somewhere in this situation. But it looks like this is a karmic lesson. It's someone from the soul family. The Six of Cups has come up in almost everybody's reading. So there seems to be this sort of boomerang effect, which is likely being triggered by the retrograde, the Venus retrograde happening in Gemini actually right now. And it's going to put you on the defensive. But it's going to be truth. It's going to be truth. So what is it that we're juggling here? And how does that relate to our career and finance? Twice. This is insane. Look at that. We got the Lovers on top of the Lovers, and we got the Two of Pentacles on the Two of Pentacles. So it could be that this encounter with someone from the past, someone that you may have been very codependent with in the past, is going to bring some truth home to you. But that it's going to be, it's actually going to point to the truth of the connection that the two of you have together. You know, because it is Venus in retrograde, and as much as I want to give a reading that is free of relationship type energy, these situations, especially now in our ever-changing circumstances, is pointing to how we have to come together in order to move forward and work and take care of ourselves. That we can't do it alone. We're not supposed to do it alone. necessarily. Yeah, because being alone has caused a lot of sorrow. So this is like grief. The truth about some grief. The truth about a relationship. And yeah, this is definitely Venus retrograde energies and dynamics. So let's see what I want to know what this one's all about. The Four of Pentacles. Because maybe this was a truth that was held back from you. And it wasn't ready to be expressed until now. You know? The cards don't even want to... There we go. Oh, feelings of defeat. Yeah, that there was something that happened that could have been with a Leo that really no one felt like the winner in the past. But a lot of stuff wasn't shared here either. Maybe that the stuff that was supposed to be shared, that was hidden, is now going to be revealed, the truth of that. Yeah, you know, the truth around a relationship, or the truth around a relationship that wasn't a relationship. The truth about how self-sufficient you or other people were in a scenario. So the surrounding energies around all of that is, yeah, obviously it's created a lot of anxiety. We've got issues around codependency, you know, things hidden, you know, the Moon card and the Four of Pentacles. You know, there could have been things hidden that created conflict. Yeah, that were never really resolved. And so it looks as though it's possible that once the truth is revealed, and this grief can be processed, then it's resulting in the kind of relationship, you know, that once these relationship issues have been solved and examined, that, you know, then it'll be time to take a look at your career and finances. So let's see what Marshall has to say. Marshall McLuhan created this particular playing deck based on a traditional playing cards called the Distant Early Warning. And so for you, Scorpio, let's see what Marshall has to say. Sometimes it's a little obtuse, these little sayings. And then I'm also learning cartomancy, so I'll give you the interpretation from that angle as well. We got the Jack of Diamonds. And somebody else got this. To the blind, all things are sudden. So whatever surprises you have coming here, the Jack of Swords, and although this is represented by the Jack of Pentacles, which would be a relative, unreliable, and of fair hair. So to the blind, all things are sudden. So somebody may have needed a clearer viewpoint. Somebody could have been blinded to the truth, their own truth, or one that was self-evident. I hope this resonates for you, Scorpio. And now I'm going to pull 3 Lenormand cards to give a bit of the long view on the situation for context. And we'll see what we get. Oh, I'm not going to take that. That one I'll take. Boom. And 3, please. Thank you. All right. So the energy is behind the Lenormand. And again, almost every sign is getting the rider today. So there are big changes coming very soon. Very, very soon for all of us. Oh, yeah. Because this has been eating away at you. And financially, too. You know, it's like you haven't felt like you've been accumulating anything. You know, it's just as soon as you get it, you got to send it back out again. And yeah, there are things right now that you don't know. The book being closed in this particular deck actually suggests that you're right at that point where the right information is going to be revealed to you and the sun is going to shine. So we've got a few references here to the sun. We've got the sun here. The sun also represents Leo, so you could definitely be dealing with a Leo family member or partner. Yeah. But I think that once you go through that eye of the needle, so to speak, to make sure that the two of you, I'm assuming it's just one individual, are actually in the same space of truth and are in a full understanding. Okay? It's going to make you feel a little wobbly for a bit, though. But it'll settle, and you'll feel grounded into your Empress-like self once again. So, Scorpio, I hope you found this reading insightful and helpful to you. And if you did, if you wouldn't mind pressing that subscribe button, that gets me one step closer to being able to go live on YouTube, which I'm really looking forward to. And in the meantime, you can find me at Bon Echo Tarot on Facebook if you are interested in a personal reading. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll see you next time.